Hey, what's up? This is Armand Van Helden. You're watching music.virgin.com.
Once dubbed the bad boy of the dance scene, Armand Van Helden is no stranger to controversy, renowned for having an ego the size of Mount Everest. A much calmer version sat down with us earlier today to discuss his gay guy in the closet tendencies,
Like a gay guy in the closet or something.
why Estelle is so right, and of course his similarity with Johnny Rotten. This is music.virgin.com. My name is Eleanor Conway and I present to you Armand Van Helden. All right, we've managed to procure Armand Van Helden from the depths of the Radio 1 studio. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Chilling.
Here I go again, the street for London. Never sound the same, it's never redundant. Something like a meal, you just want to munch 'em. Lames come around, you just gotta snuff 'em. Knock 'em to the ground, put 'em to the pavement. Get it, hit it from the back is what she needed. Like a hold up on the
When you first came out, you kind of had a very sort of strong, confident image, but sitting here talking to you, you seem very sort of an amiable chap.
Amiable chap. I like that. This is the reason why I miss the UK. All those little odd words. Like even right when I get out the airport, the guy's like, "No, I got to pick up some petrol." And I was like, "Petrol." I was like, "Oh, I love that word." I was like, "Welcome back to the UK." When I was younger, I was like, what's the guy from the Sex Pistols?
Johnny Rotten, isn't it?
Johnny Rotten, yeah. So when I was younger, I was more Johnny Rottenish, you know, like F to the society and everybody, and I make music and I don't care about anybody attitude. And now I'm more like the Johnny Rotten I just saw in the ad for the butter. With the
Famously, in quite a lot of interviews, it's brought up that you famously cleared the floor at Space when you dropped some hip-hop records. That was a couple of years ago. And with the sort of advent of Jay-Z headlining Glastonbury and things like that, and hip-hop sharing the charts with dance music, is that really an issue anymore? Is the friction still there between the two genres?
The friction is gone. I brought it into the house community that was a purist scene. So that's a tough position to do, and I would do that when I could. And sometimes I was in more spirits of doing it. Sometimes I didn't do it at all. So I didn't do it all the time. But I always felt, if you're booking me, Armand Van Helden, and you want me to play for you, for the people, you want me to be personal with you. You want me to like at least extend some of my soul out to you instead of being just a robot, you know? So I couldn't just, I have found a difficult time spinning and not letting people know that I grew up hip hop. I mean, it was hard. I felt like I was like a gay guy in the closet or something. I'm just like, why can't I show the public that I like hip hop? What's the problem? But obviously, I don't think about the repercussions sometimes, and negative things come out. But I don't care. I guess at the end of the day, I mean, why should you? The thing is, if you feel like that's who you are and you're being yourself, that's what's key.
Would you say you're a rule maker or a rule breaker?
Rule maker or rule breaker? I would say, I'd say both. Because I'm definitely a rule breaker. Because I mean, I've always been slightly rebellious. That just goes from my youth. I also don't mind if I can invent, I guess is the word. Like, when you invent something, then the rest of the world falls into the invention and it becomes a part of society, right? So that's how I do get off on being an inventor. I'm not saying I've invented anything, but the aspiration is there.
Well, you've invented your next compilation CD.
New York Mix Odyssey Part 2.
That's the latest thing that you've invented, and it's got, you know, it's a hark back to the sort of old hip house sort of sound. You've got Jungle Brothers on there, Moni Love.
Southern Fried approached me. They're like, you know, what do you think about a New York's Mix Odyssey 2? Where's your head at these days? I'm like, my head is at, where do you think? I'm like, what's happening in rap right now? What's happening in rap is everybody in rap. Obviously, Kanye West with that Punk blew open the doors. So it's just like from that point on now, it's been like every rapper's just like, no, I don't want anything to do with hip-hop. I just want to sample house records. You know, I want to go and sample house music. Just like they don't even know the music. They're just like, what's a hot house record right now? Just, oh, give me that thing. I'm going to rap on it.
Go back to sort of the hip-hop thing. It's weird how like the sort of last 5 years hip-hop has really taken on like a global onslaught. Mm-hmm. But it's so far removed from like people like you know, Grandmaster Flash or Jazzy Jeff or that kind of old school really quality mentality. I mean, do you think it needs to return back to the core, or?
Here's the way I have a deep love of hip hop, a very strong passion of it, and I have a love. Obviously, when you have that, it's like, you know, it's like a wife. It's like you tell your friends you hate her, but you really love her, you know. And it's like it's kind of like that with me with hip hop. In my day, it was all about where you were from. You know, I mean, not necessarily city-wise, but even neighborhood-wise within the city. So it was just like you had rappers from the Bronx that didn't like people from, like rappers from Brooklyn. You know, that's way over. You know what I mean? The kids now don't care if you come from Idaho. You know, you come from Montana. If you come with this, you come with the party joints and you come with the right songs, everybody's like, cool, it's cool. I think that's great that the kids are experiencing hip-hop on a global scale. You know, a perfect example is look at Estelle. I know she's more R&B, but when's the last time you've heard of R&B? Craig David don't count, because that did not fly in the States, okay? No, they tried to make it seem like it did. It did not fly. I think the guy's great. He's a nice guy, but I'm just saying it wasn't. Estelle was real in America. Like, DJs played Estelle. DJs did not play Craig David in the States. But Estelle, so it goes to show you that it's not only just in the new hip-hop communities across America now. Finally, there's none of this East Coast, West Coast, any of that stuff anymore. Now it's also they're injecting Europe and other places as to their best. As they can, they're grabbing Dizzy Rascal, they're grabbing certain people, you know, for little featurings. That has never happened before.
It's brilliant, though. I love it.
I'm just as excited as you are.